Hi, I'm Anna from Anna's Family Kitchen.
And I'm Kate from Kate RH Fitness. And today we are in Anna's kitchen and we are going to be making a breakfast. Because first of all, Anna, what do you do? People might not know what we do.
It's a very good question. What do? I create family-friendly meals which are adaptable, they're nutritious, they're simple, and hopefully they are going to save time for any busy household.
Brilliant. And the reason we've come together and the reason I love it is because obviously I work with women in fitness who struggle a lot of the time to find time, A, to work out, but B, more importantly, to feed themselves and their families with healthy, nutritious, easy to make meals. It's a perfect collaboration, and we're going to make actually one of my favourite things is breakfast.
Yeah.
What are we making?
We're going to make a chia pudding, but we're going to include all sorts of other goodness in it. I want to make it high fibre, high protein, so that it fills you up for longer.
Yeah,
because
perfect.
the worst thing is you have a bowl of cereal in the morning and an hour later you're starving.
Yeah.
So this is absolutely packed with goodness. And we're going to start with some chia seeds, which do need to be pre-soaked. That's the only thing. So what I do is I will do this part and I'll put it in the fridge before I go to bed. So in the morning, you come down and all you need to do is top it with your seeds and your yoghurt.
Perfect. And what I was going to say as well, because I think it's really important for people that are watching this, is that a lot of women are fearful of eating breakfast. There's a lot of talk about sort of keto or fasting, intermittent fasting, and it is really important if you are navigating, I mean any life stage really, in particular midlife and menopause, to ensure that your blood sugars stay balanced.
Yep.
Because
Keep
a lot of
hormones in
women
check.
miss breakfast and then they find themselves snacking at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Or
Or reaching for the wrong stuff.
reaching for the wrong stuff. But again, you and I are both very similar in that, is that we are not, again, here about counting calories, because again, you shouldn't need to do that if you eat a right amount of food that keeps you feeling fuller for longer.
Yeah.
You will gauge over time what your body needs.
And that's where the protein is really helpful,
Yeah.
but also the carbs, which are going to come from the porridge oats as
the
well.
carbs.
The good carbs.
The good carbs.
The good
And again,
carbs.
another food group that is demonised, and we
Yeah.
have to stop.
The only
taking
food
things
group
out.
I kind of demonise, I suppose, is sugar.
Yeah.
But having said that, you know, there's natural sugars in the fruit.
So I was going to say that because again, there have been times on Instagram when I've seen people say don't eat fruit because of the sugars.
Which is nuts.
Yeah. Eat nuts as
Yeah.
well.
I like eating nuts as well, but a lot of people won't eat nuts because they're fat,
Yes,
but
yeah.
they're good fats.
Yeah.
They're not to be avoided, like avocado.
So we are not demonising food groups.
We are
here.
not demonising food groups.
Okay, perfect.
Right, what I've done there, I've put 2 tablespoons of chia seeds in a bowl and I've topped it with coconut water, but you can use any milk of your choice, dairy or oat milk, and then you just want those chia seeds covered. You actually don't have to soak them overnight, but they do need a good hour.
Yes, they
and
do.
the reason we're soaking them is because it's just easier for your body to digest and process.
Yeah. And again, chia seeds really good for keeping you fuller for longer. Really high in calcium.
Yeah.
So good for our bone health.
And there's 2 grams of protein and 4 grams of fibre in those 2 tablespoons of chia seeds.
And if we're thinking about targets, just because again it's worth saying, because I know that some people get confused, ideally we want to be getting around about 30 grams of fibre per meal. You know, again, it does depend on your daily activity, but fibre is 30 grams a day, protein 30 grams per meal roughly.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay, perfect.
And protein, you're looking at about 100. Is that right? Was that what you were aiming for?
Well,
You're
it
probably aiming for a bit more.
it depends on your weight.
You're exercising all the time.
Yes, but so again, if people do want the calculation behind it, it's around about 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight.
Right, okay. So a little higher.
So a little higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So porridge oats, organic porridge oats. Again, it's actually the only breakfast cereal that I have in, other than when I make my own granola. There's so much goodness in porridge oats. They are a good carb. They are high in protein. I've done about 4 tablespoons there. And again, just to make them more palatable, I'm going to put a little bit of coconut water, and again you could use the milk of your choice.
Okay.
Okay, and then, so this is what you're going to be doing before you go to bed, or an hour before you want to eat. I buy frozen berries. I mean, obviously at the moment it's June, they're in season, but when they're not in season, I buy them, I chuck them into a Tupperware container and I put them in my freezer, and they go in straight from frozen. And again, so much goodness in berries.
Can I tell you another thing I love about berries?
Mm-hmm.
Is that if sometimes I do get, I'm sure lots of other people do, you get that sometimes like that sweetness after dinner.
Yeah.
I will have a bowl full of frozen fruit and it's almost like having an ice cream.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're so good for you.
They
as
are
well.
so good
Full
for
of
you.
antioxidants.
Yeah.
And fibre, another good source of fibre
Another
again.
good source of fibre.
So that is it. I'm going to cover that up and then put it in the fridge, or you just leave it for an hour.
Amazing.
Okay.
Great.
Is our chia pudding. So actually, let's just hold it up and show you. Okay. Okay. And now I'm going to top it. We're going kefir?
Yeah,
We agreed?
kefir, yeah. So, the one thing we did want to mention again was we've got kefir, we've got Greek yogurt. We've just sort of had that
Both
here.
are great.
Both are great. Both high in protein. Obviously, gut bacteria wise, that probably is maybe a little bit more superior, but both are great. Now, if I just look at here and go protein 5.9,
Drop that one.
protein 6. So actually, that has more protein than this.
Supermarket own brand.
Supermarket own brand. Fibre, no fibres in there. So yeah, so that's all I'm going to say about that. But depends what you prefer. Difference in taste, what would you say?
That is slightly tangier, almost slightly more lemony.
Yeah.
And it's looser as well.
Okay.
Really good for smoothies as well. Right, now these are shelled hemp seeds. And I love them. I'm going to do about 30 grams in my scoop. Okay. Now, these...
The magnesium.
Packed with magnesium. There's 3 grams of protein in a tablespoon. And I've just done 2 tablespoons. So that's 6 grams of protein. And slightly lower in fibre than the flax seeds.
Okay.
But, that's why I'm using both.
Yeah.
I used to just use either or, and I'm like, well, why not? They're complete. And then these are the flax seeds,
That
which
we've
I've
already
ground.
Oh my gosh.
And they're just slightly nutty. They taste great. You can put them, I mean, if you were to make a smoothie, you would just throw them in, you don't need to grind them. But again, like the chia seeds, the reason we've ground them is because it just makes them more palatable.
Do you know what you could actually do as well? You could actually put that in a smoothie.
Absolutely.
Make that, and then if you were on the go,
Yeah.
you've got to get to work, you've got to get wherever,
Yeah.
you could have that bowl, throw in
Yeah.
something, and then off
I
you
mean,
go.
there's nothing else fitting in that bowl, but kiwi would be great on top as well.
Kiwi, great fibre, great for your regularity.
Yeah.
2 kiwis a day I often suggest to people.
Yes. Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
They work both ways actually. They're apparently very good for constipation, and if you have an upset stomach, they're settling as well.
I love that.
Same as bananas. You could use banana.
Okay.
You could chop banana on top.
I mean, that's what's not to love.
And that will keep you full for a good few hours.
Yeah, okay.
You could also put it into a jar, a jam jar with a lid, and have it on the go.
Question, could you make 2?
Yes,
3 of those
absolutely.
in the jam jar, pop them in the fridge. Again,
Absolutely.
you've got that on the go
Yeah.
breakfast.
The only thing with the seeds is that they go a little bit soft in the
Okay.
fridge, but it doesn't matter.
I don't mind soft,
No.
soft seeds.
Yeah, yeah.
Great.
That's it.
Love it.